Kevin Harrington, Daniel Priestley, key person of influence. Become one of the most highly valued people in your industry. At any industry conference, you'll notice something striking. While hundreds of entrepreneurs mill around hoping to make connections, a certain small group naturally draws people to them. Conversations flow their way, business cards pile up, and follow-up meetings get scheduled on the spot. Every industry has its inner circle of well-connected individuals who naturally attract opportunities, partnerships, and resources. These people don't wait for success to find them. Doors open because of who they are. They are key persons of influence. Becoming one requires executing 5 interconnected steps: pitch, publish, product, profile, and partnership. Each step builds on the last. In this blink, we'll focus on the first 3, with particular emphasis on the first, crafting a pitch compelling enough to make the rest possible. Let's begin. Light a fire with your pitch. What can you learn from the great leaders of history? Whether you're a leader yourself or an aspiring entrepreneur, the importance of a powerful message simply can't be overstated. Martin Luther King Jr.'s "I Have a Dream" speech fundamentally altered the trajectory of civil rights in America, while John F. Kennedy's moon landing declaration mobilized an entire nation toward a seemingly impossible goal. The greatest leaders and change-makers throughout history succeeded through their ability to articulate compelling visions that inspired others to action. For entrepreneurs, the very same principle applies. You might feel like your network, your fame, or your resources are what's holding you back. But for most people, they simply are not. The determining factor in leveraging your relationships isn't the size of your network. It's the quality of your pitch. A truly compelling pitch transforms casual acquaintances into advocates. When you have an excellent pitch, people become eager to share your story with their most valuable contacts, freely offering time, resources, and introductions. Unfortunately, most entrepreneurs dramatically overestimate their pitching abilities. They fail to recognize the subtle but crucial difference between genuine interest and social politeness. When someone responds with, "Sounds interesting," don't mistake this for a truly positive response. This misreading of social cues leads to wasted time pursuing lukewarm contacts who will never convert into meaningful supporters or customers. Phrases like these typically indicate a lack of deep engagement. The listener is simply being courteous, possibly while mentally checking out of the conversation. A truly effective pitch will provoke a strong emotional reaction, either positive or negative. Ideally, it should inspire immediate action. When a pitch succeeds, listeners schedule follow-up meetings on the spot, make introductions to relevant contacts, or offer specific resources. They become genuinely excited about the opportunity and demonstrate that excitement through concrete actions rather than empty pleasantries. So how does your pitch stack up? Does it meet the mark? Entrepreneurs need to recognize that virtually every subsequent business development activity depends on this foundational skill. Without a compelling pitch, networking efforts, investor meetings, and partnership discussions will consistently fall flat. Your pitch is the cornerstone upon which all other entrepreneurial activities rest. But before we move on to how to craft one, we need to back up and look at something even more fundamental. Let the games begin. When was the last time you truly examined what makes you different from everyone else in your field? Before we can dive into the mechanics of crafting your pitch, there's something we need to address: your hidden value. You already have things, experiences, knowledge, qualities that set you apart. The problem is it's hard to recognize those differentiators in ourselves. It's a bit like standing on top of a mountain. When you see the mountain from far away, you can appreciate how majestic and imposing it is. But when you're actually standing on that mountain, it's just the normal ground under your feet. Other people can often spot your hidden value better than you can. Your family and friends can sometimes help, although they may lack the expertise to know what matters. Advisors, business leaders, and other entrepreneurs may be the best situated people to identify what you offer. But there's something you can already start doing right now. Every compelling pitch must be grounded in your big game. Your big game is the overarching mission that drives everything you do. It's why you get up in the morning, the larger purpose behind all your entrepreneurial activities. Bill Gates had Microsoft's big game figured out early. Put a personal computer in every home worldwide. Oprah Winfrey defined hers as inspiring women across the world each day. Notice how both of these go far beyond just making money or building a company. So what's your big game? Like any game, it should have specific elements. It needs to be fun, something that genuinely excites you, even when things get tough. It should be structured with clear rules and boundaries. It should have win conditions so you know when you're succeeding and when you're failing. And there should be a meaningful prize that makes all the effort worthwhile. Once you've identified your big game, spend some time thinking about your niche. Who are you actually trying to serve? You need to find a small place to start, a specific demographic group, people with certain interests or beliefs, or a particular community you want to help. Your niche should be people you genuinely want to work with, not just whoever might pay you. Once you've nailed down your big game and your niche, you'll be all that much closer to knowing how to appeal to them. And when someone asks about your business, you'll have a clearer, more confident answer to how you're different. The 5 elements of a great pitch. We're now ready to construct a proper pitch. Well, 2 pitches in fact. The first pitch is what the author calls your social pitch. It's the short pitch you break out when somebody at a party asks what you do. This brief pitch needs to grab attention immediately. Your goal should be to grab attention immediately and provoke a strong reaction that makes your listener want to learn more. So instead of saying, "I made a meal planning app," try something like, "You know how people waste $1,500 a year on food they throw away? I built an app that cuts food waste in half by creating meal plans from what's already in your fridge." Your second pitch is called your presentation pitch, and it's much longer, roughly 3 minutes. You're not just going to practice this pitch, you're going to truly internalize it. So we need to make it a pitch that's worth that effort. There are 5 foundational elements to every compelling pitch. First, you need to clearly articulate the problem that you're solving. Are you tackling an existing problem in a fundamentally better way than current solutions, or have you identified a problem that nobody else has? Second, your pitch should reveal your unique insight into how the world works. You figured out something that other people haven't. Whether it's a commercial insight about customer behavior or a technological breakthrough that changes the game entirely, this insight is what separates your venture from everything else in the market. Third, you need to connect your solution to your personal story. Why are you the person to solve this particular problem? What experiences, background, or passion drove you to tackle this challenge? This personal connection makes your pitch authentic and memorable. The 4th step in your pitch is to explicitly describe the payoff, what the customer actually gets from your solution. Don't make people guess at the benefits. Consider naming 3 specific advantages that users will experience. If you're building that meal planning app, the payoff might be saving $1,500 annually, reducing weekly grocery shopping time by 40%, and eliminating the stress of deciding what to cook each night. Finally, explain how you deliver this value. What's your methodology, your technology, your approach? How exactly do you transform your insight into tangible results for customers? Once you've crafted your presentation pitch, start rehearsing relentlessly. The author emphasizes that if your pitch sounds too rehearsed, you haven't rehearsed it enough. Practice it with different people repeatedly until it becomes second nature. When someone challenges your idea or says it won't work, celebrate that response. This skepticism is invaluable feedback that will sharpen your pitch. Engage your curiosity Ask plenty of questions to understand exactly where their doubt comes from and how you can address it. Fielding objections and refining your responses will ultimately make your pitch stronger and more persuasive. Publish or perish. Once you've developed and refined your pitch, you need the credibility to back it up. That's why the next phase of becoming a key person of influence is to publish. Publishing is a powerful way for you to build credibility, whether in the form of a book, articles, or other content formats. And it's so effective because it addresses several critical questions that potential clients, partners, and collaborators will inevitably have of you. Like, why should I listen to you? How can I learn more about your work? And what you really want is, how can I share information about you with others? Publishing content fills all three of these needs simultaneously. Writing a full-fledged book is one of the most impactful ways you can establish credibility. Without published credibility, you're just another entrepreneur with an opinion. With it, you become a recognized expert whose insights carry weight. Your book demonstrates not only your knowledge and expertise within your field, but also an ability to follow through on significant commitments. A book also creates powerful opportunities for networking, giving you access to opportunities that were previously unavailable. You become an attractive subject for interviews and podcasts. You can conduct your own interviews and engage with thought leaders. You can reach out to other experts in your field with legitimate reasons for connection. A published book makes it remarkably easy to start conversations with people who would otherwise be inaccessible. Okay, so let's say you decide to write a book. Where should you start? You'll first need to spend time clearly establishing your core question. This should address a genuine inquiry that your target readers have and want resolved. Each chapter then provides key information to answer this central question, building bit by bit toward a comprehensive solution. Then we have the book title, which requires careful consideration. Your title should clearly communicate both what the book offers and what specific area you represent as a person of influence. Remember that the primary goal isn't generating massive book sales. Most books don't achieve high-volume sales anyway. The real value lies in the credibility, networking opportunities, and positioning that publishing provides. From service provider to product empire. The third phase of becoming a key person of influence is product. The global economy has fundamentally shifted toward intellectual property and intangible assets. The world's most valuable companies derive their worth not from physical inventory or manufacturing capacity, but from the ideas, systems, and methodologies they've developed and refined. Now think about it. Modern products really just represent valuable insights and ideas that have been packaged up in a way that people can actually use. Consider the app Headspace, which took the ancient, intangible practice of meditation and turned it into a clean, structured mobile experience with guided routines and progress tracking. This packaging process transforms abstract knowledge into tangible value propositions that customers can easily understand and utilize. The constraint every professional faces is finite time. If your income depends entirely on your personal hours, whether through consulting, coaching, or direct service provision, you've created a ceiling for both your impact and your earnings. Productizing your expertise removes this limitation. Instead of serving one client at a time, you can deliver value to thousands simultaneously across global markets. What's more, absolutely any service can be transformed into a product-like offering. The author recounts a plastic surgeon who believed his highly individualized work could never become a product. He successfully packaged his surgical approach by developing named methodologies, creating professional marketing materials, building comprehensive testimonial systems, and even offering complementary product bundles. This transformation didn't just increase his perceived value, it created substantial waiting lists for his services. Successful productization requires two distinct categories of offerings. First, products designed to spread your ideas and increase market awareness. Second, products designed to deliver high value while generating significant profits. This dual approach creates a complete system for both reaching more people and making serious money. The companies that dominated the 2000s, like Google, Facebook, and LinkedIn, established market leadership by providing exceptional value at no cost. This principle extends beyond technology companies. When you share powerful insights freely, you accomplish two things. You demonstrate genuine expertise, and you position yourself as the logical choice when people need the ideas to be implemented. People who benefit from your free insights typically seek you out for paid implementation, rather than attempting to execute independently. You move from being the best-kept secret in your field to becoming the most obvious choice for anyone who needs what you offer. So now you know how to refine your pitch, how to publish your expertise, and how to productize your knowledge. The remaining two steps in becoming a key person of influence are profile and partnership. And we can't cover them here, but by mastering the first three steps, you've established the essential foundation that makes everything else possible. The main takeaway of this Blink to Key Person of Influence by Daniel Priestley is that building influence isn't about having the biggest network or the most resources. It's about mastering the basics. First is your pitch. Truly effective ones provoke strong reactions and immediate action. Meetings scheduled and introductions made. Ground your pitch in your big game, the overarching mission that drives you beyond just making money. Craft both a brief social pitch and a detailed 3-minute presentation covering the problem, your unique insight, personal connection, customer payoff, and delivery method. Practice relentlessly until it becomes second nature. Beyond pitching, publishing content allows you to establish credibility and transform yourself from someone with opinions into a recognized expert. Finally, productize your expertise to scale beyond trading time for money and reach global markets with your ideas. Okay, that's it for this Blink. We hope you enjoyed it. If you can, please take the time to leave us a rating. We always appreciate your feedback. And see you in the next Blink.